Welcome to today's episode of The Growth Zone. I am Christian Bartsch. What is the core benefit of listening to this show? Here it is all about strategies and systems that get you to grow your business. As an entrepreneur or business leader, you need to be ahead of trends. Gain insights that really thrust your business to the next level. Each episode focuses on different aspects of designing, building, and leading companies. Without marketing, sales, innovation, or funding, you will lack the fire for growth. Without management strategies and systems, you are speeding towards failure. For those who listen to the entire episode, I have a special surprise gift. I'm also working on some great guests that are industry leaders in management, innovation, and marketing. Let's get started on today's episode. Hey, and welcome to our episode on avoiding credibility issues that lead to abandoned carts, clients ghosting you, leads ghosting you, and other kind of issues that actually stall your entire sales process. And we're going to look now at businesses that are not necessarily having online shops where you empty carts, but we're going to look at businesses that have a B2B relationship. Now, in B2B, you often have a B2B direct sales situation where clients first go and check out your business, where they go on a website, they check out trust reports, other kind of things, and they try to make sure that you are the right supplier. Even in B2B businesses, there exist as well card systems. Online shop systems. Yeah. So companies, small, medium enterprises, corporations, and so on, they as well go onto platforms and order equipment, material in an online shop style. On the other hand, if they have something that is different that they need, that they cannot or do not want to order in a card environment, then it's usually something about getting in contact, which means the client, the lead, has to make the effort to send you a message or make the call to you, or even just leave a note that they'd like you to call back, or even send you an email. So there are a variety of ways of getting in touch with you, the supplier, and that means as well you have to avoid credibility issues. Now, credibility issues can be anything from a website that looks totally outdated or a website that really suggests that you are not competent in what you're doing because you're obviously writing stuff that you don't know about, you don't understand. So you might have copied it from ChatGPT, or you've gone and copied other competitors and rewritten the whole thing, and it's rubbish because obviously you have no clue. And those are things that people then actually spot and see as a red flag. Now, if you do want to avoid this kind of issues, you have to see, what can I do? Now, looking at the website, there are many things you can do. You can add logos or a client list. Let's say you create in your menu an item that's customers, references, or whatever. And you can then list some names of companies who buy from you. That adds trust. In certain situations, you can even add their logo. But the one big advantage of having the names means that as well Google can understand. If you only have logos but no name attached to it, then Google cannot reference those information assets towards their search response. And if somebody is looking for something, they will find it and see, oh, so this and this company actually buys this equipment as well. And the thing is, it even applies to consulting. Even if you are a 1 or 2, 3 person business and you do some kind of niche advice, coaching, consulting, you do some kind of freelance work, whatever, and you have on your website a list of trusted companies, trusted brands that people know, and they are literally buying from you. They've trusted you, they know you can do the job, and they hired you in the past. Then this new lead might see, oh, so that company hired them. They might even know the buyer, which is good for you, because then they can even call them and ask them, hey, how was it doing business with with this company or this person. And they say, hey, that was perfect. The best thing we ever did. It was painless, everything right, everything done properly. And yeah, it's perfect fit. No bad situation, just right as it should be. And that's then gives you additional lead opportunities because they eventually will provide you as well more introductions. But we'll speak about introductions at a later time. Nevertheless, when you continue looking at the website, you can add other things besides customer logos and customer names. You can add as well all sorts of associations that you belong to. And you can add as well certifications, for instance. Let's say you have a quality management certification, ISO 9001. A big or medium-sized company knows what that is and will see, hey, you've got proper business, proper quality. Don't fake it. Get the certification and then showcase it. Don't just go and steal the logo and put it on top and don't have the certification. You will be found out and you might even be sued for that silliness because that's being cheap. Do the job properly because having quality management systems or information security management systems, work safety management systems, all these things can help your business become even more professional whilst adding trust, values, and credibilities to your business in front of the buyer's vision. And that's the key thing, adding trust and not creating red flags. Because it would be rather silly if you then actually don't have the credibility and later on you get burned and later on you go and get the certification. Nobody will trust you anymore. So, besides company logos, customer logos, and certifications, association logos where you're a member on that, that's as well a good thing. And you can add many other items, such as having awards. Have you won any awards? All these things can add. And of course, if you've got celebrities and so on who have maybe bought your product, have maybe supported your product, or maybe even have bought the product for their own companies. Many celebrities at certain times started investing their income into other business areas so that in case one day they wouldn't be anymore the sports or the actor or whatever, they would still be able to generate income. And they can be a great way of supporting what you do. Now, there are many other things you can do to avoid credibility issues. Now, when you look at abundant carts as well, even if you actually have an online shop where people are buying products, you have to consider whether your product description is correct, whether you've got as well several PDFs to download where people can read and understand whether the product really fits their need, how it is used, how it works, and how it fits into their environment. Then you might even be able to reduce the uncertainty in the mind, and they are less confused, less insecure in regards to even contacting you. And then the last few open questions that might be unresolved, you can resolve in a conversation because you then find out what they actually want, what they need, what their requirements are, and how the situation is for them. And then you can satisfy these things, get them to be more precise. You might even expand your product to a certain limit that is good for you, and you close a deal with a customer who's even going to, in future, going to buy more of that kind of product or item or equipment. And that's a good thing, because if that's a good, known brand, then that might add to your credibility in the future when other companies come and see that that company also made the educated decision to buy from you. In the next episodes, I'll be discussing other elements of sales, marketing, systemizing your business, growing your business, even designing a business before you've even got started. And those are things I'm going to share. And if you're interested in more content, Listen what comes right after this and see what else you can do to expand and build, because many of these things start with mind feeding. Wait! Listen! Was the content helpful? Please share it on social media. The world is constantly changing in response to trends and events. As a leader, you need to adapt your business. Stay connected. You will find in the episode description how to gain more insights. Subscribe to my bi-weekly business secrets letter. Gain access to all updates of my ultimate guide on business growth strategies. These can be applied to your business in the US, Canada, or Europe. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of The Growth Zone with Christian Bartsch. Thank you for listening.